see what we got here. All right. We're going to decide which flowers we're going to use. I kind of like those pink ones. Okay. So how are y'all? You doing okay? Get some of this off my table over here. I think we should use these flowers. Well, let's see. We can either use these 3 flowers here, or we can keep these to do the other type of bouquet, and we can use these and these. So you'll have to tell me what you want to see. We've got like a little bit before we have to get to that part anyways. Okay, so let me put this over here. This is filler stuff. I'll show you our fillers. I don't know if we're going to use it or not. We're going to start out with the Silver Dollar Eucalyptus. So we're going to start, that's our main. I've got, this is, I can't remember what this is called. I can tell you the number. Alright. I like these. They have little flowers. This came from Craig. No. This came from Sims. This came from Craig. Sims. These are hops bushes. Okay. This is Silver Dollar as well. Silver Dollar. So this came from Sims. Aren't these pretty? So if we use this, we would use the pink roses and the white roses, but not the daisies. We could use the daisies, or we could use these pink roses with these white roses. So we can use either one. This is what we're going to design on. Okay. They have all different kinds. You want me to put all those flowers in your box? That's funny. Alright, so what do y'all like? You like the more muted pinks or the brighter pinks? And we're going to get this cut up because it's going to, so we can start putting it in while we're talking. Alright. So the main element is going to be these Silver Dollar Eucalyptus, because they kind of look like a silver dollar. Okay. I'm going to give you the number just a second. Okay. Alright. So the number on this is CS, so Charlie Sam, 12862. Oh, I should probably send out a message so everybody knows I'm on. Huh. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yes, it is wedding. This is a bridal bouquet. Because no matter what happens with the economy, we're still going to have weddings. We're still going to have babies. We're still going to have funerals. There are just certain things that are going to happen whether the economy stinks or not. So I thought it would be good to show y'all some things that, you know, are going to happen whether or not. All right, so let's kind of start with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of bend this over, and what you want to do is you want to start at the bottom, okay, and you want it to cascade down the front. So I'll actually, let's see, I want some of the longer pieces, okay. Like this. See how it kind of starts to cascade down, so that when they're holding it, it's going to look like this. All right. Okay, you're just going to put it all around. Now you can cut this off a little bit. Can't glue it in too. Alright. So you want the front to be more cascading than the sides. And pay taxes. Right? Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. So on the sides, I'm going to put it more up towards the top here. Let me zoom in a little so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing a little better. And you have to pick out what colors you want to do. Casey will pick. Casey, you want to pick what colors? Okay. Alright. You want it to go all the way around, so you start on the bottom, go all the way around the bottom. Okay. Then we're going to go in the middle. Once we get all the way around the bottom, we'll go in the middle. Kind of pull down a little. All right. You can put this down in like a vase or something like that. Okay. That off. There we go. It's very important that you keep the one that's going to go in the front the lowest. Okay, because that's what the cascading effect is, right? Here, let's get some of these trimmed up a little. So I'm just pushing them up so I have just a couple of inches. Yes, but the question is which pink? The question is which pink? Are we going to do this one we can kind of put at the top. Are we going to do this pink or the brighter pink? That was the question. The question of the day. Okay, those are middle. These are bottom. I will tell you, one of the main things with this, no dark. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, gotcha. So one of the main things with this is to just spread it all around. Right, build your base. Okay. And you can use the space in here that are inside these little things to really kind of set the length and the stage that you want, so you can kind of put it up close to the top or down towards the bottom. Okay. This is the part that takes the longest though. So we have the bottom just about done. So now we can start moving up. That. Okay. All right, so let's see, where's our front? There's our front. Ooh, we are very stringy tonight. All right, so let's take these because we're going to use these. Let's set them over here. All right, now we're going to start putting in the center and the top. You can kind of set it right there. It'll stay there. So for the center, we want much smaller. Okay. So place it in, bend it down. You can see these come in the darker green or the lighter green. They just happen to have the darker green when I ordered. So, I think my other set must be up in Narnia, and I haven't figured out exactly where it is. So, yeah. This one, I'm going to put in the top. Okay, so we're just greening the base. Got to do that green the base first. Let's see. What is that? What's Pirate Super Skull? Explain. Is this a family game? What is it? We need more details. These are a little bit longer, so I'm going to steal this. I like that. I'm actually going to steal the piece here. Oh, okay. It's a sign. Okay, well then I have to see this said sign. Where is this said sign? So what we're going to do is use that longer piece and put these on a longer piece so I can get more drape in the front. Let's see if I can get this off. Don't tell my mom I just used my teeth. She'll be mad at me. Okay. Let's see if we can get this on. Okay. Well, we may or may not be able to. I'm having trouble getting it on here. Well, I think we can. Because all we got to do is get it down at the bottom a little bit longer. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I want it to be right here. About like that. Okay. Oh, she did it in the group Tuesday. Okay. Right here. Alright, so all I'm doing is creating it to be a little bit longer so that I have a defined long point. Okay. Okay. Now, let's finish the middle. Let's see, how much more do we have in the middle? We have, oh, just one piece. Then we'll go up one layer. So right here. Okay. Now we'll go up to this layer. Okay. So you can see I'm getting progressively shorter with my leaves. So I'm going to need pictures. We need pictures for social media anyways. This one. Okay, there. Alright. So let's make sure it's shorter. Maybe even a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I'll check my phone. See, then what we're going to do is we're going to put some more greenery in here, and then we're going to start putting our flowers. Our flowers will start cascading down here in the front and then progressively come up, just like we did with the greenery. Okay. Okay. The glue. The glue is out today. Okay. Lordy. I might have to go grab another bush of this, but not to worry. I got 12 of them, so I was going to make sure we weren't going to run out. Okay. Actually, I only need one more, so let me see if I can just kind of make it. Okay, because we have these extra little leaves. Okay. Okay. There we go. Put that in. Okay, so you can see we have, here's our front. Okay, you can see we have the whole thing greened up. Alright. Okay, so you want to make sure that, so one thing I do is I kind of leave a little space where the hand is going to be in between those two. So just strategically so that when they're carrying it down, it's not driving them nuts. What would be something you would do in your car? I am like missing all the conversations. What is so funny? Alright, so this one's out. Now we have to add in some filler. Let's look at our filler options. We have, I really like these with this little, now this one kind of has a yellow tint. This one has a green tint. We also have our, Lord, hops. And here's our flowers. So our flowers, the yellow would be okay because we have some yellow in the flowers. So maybe we'll do that one. I have white as well, but I don't really know if I want to do that bright white against that. Let's do this yellow. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to push it up. First thing I'm going to do is cut things off. Let me tell you what this one is. FN1623, so this came from Craig. Okay. This has a little bit of grass in it, but I especially love these. Has all kinds of different little greeneries in it. Okay. There we go. All right, now, I don't know if we'll use this. I know for sure we won't use these leaf things. We may or may not use these. I don't know. I want to put this in, and I want to put in the hops. And then we'll see. Okay. The hops is good because it has different shades of green in it. Okay. The silver dollar eucalyptus is pretty inexpensive. It's one of the reasons why I start with that. And I will tell you, so a lot of brides are going to want their, bouquet to be fresh. What? What was it? However, they all want one that they can throw, or now that things are economy-wise not as great, they may want something that's a little bit more economical. So, did my piece fall off? No, it's there. I have an extra. Never mind. All right. So let's start with this. I think I want to kind of go in the middle. We'll kind of start kind of moving it, kind of placing it all around. Okay. So some at the bottom. That. Ooh, isn't that pretty already? Some in the middle. Like this. And when I'm looking for things to put in this, I'm looking for things that are going to drape well. This is something that drapes really well. Just naturally drapes well. All right, let's put one here. And maybe one in this middle here. That. See how that's already starting to come together? Okay, let's see. We're going to put one right back here. Like that. Okay. Ugh, let go, glue. Oh, happy birthday. Hey, Mama. I like this one too. We're going to put some of that in. Look how it stands. Okay. Not this fake tree thing, but just these leaves. Well, I think we are. Wow, that's in there tight. Huh. We may or may not put those in. If I can't get them out. Okay, forget that. We're not using those. Let's cut some of this up. I'm not going to use the leaves. I definitely want to use these little flowers. Okay. This is going to be some filler. Okay. Filler. So we'll cut those smaller. We'll start out with long, and then we'll kind of cut them shorter as we go. What did you try? Facebook keeps freezing up. Go out and come back in. If that doesn't work, put airplane mode on your phone, then turn it off, and then come back in. Although I will say, Facebook seems to be having some serious issues lately. You know what I mean? I don't know what in the world's going on with them. Something. Okay. This one. Okay. So we don't need that. Okay, let's start putting some of this in. This is going to help us kind of fill in spots and give us a little bit more color. See, isn't that pretty? Okay. Put some at the bottom. Rub it down. Okay. Right there. The glue strings are just extra today. There. Just want to put this kind of randomly around. That. Okay. One thing you want to make sure is that you keep track of where your front is. Okay. Okay. See how that pretty that's looking already? Need some back here. And right in here. Maybe some right back here. No, Facebook is not doing its job. Facebook stinks lately. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Don't worry, I'm live on at my group in YouTube as well, so if it gets really bad, I'll go grab it from there and post it. So, there we go. Alright, so we got that in. Now we're going to start putting in some flowers. So I want the longest flower because I want it to come down here. Okay. So I'm going to kind of bend my flower like this. Okay. Put it up in here, like that. Let's see which one's longest. This one. Okay. That'll go. That right there. Okay. I was trying to go through a leaf and it was like, no, not there. I want that a little bit more. There we go, like that. Okay. Okay. Let's put a little pink in. Ooh. I really like these really light pinks. These little ones. Okay. These came from Carolina Pottery. These were only $6 for the little bunch. Hey! Oh, awesome! We're so glad to have you. Okay, so this is GB. The glue, y'all, the glue today, the glue. Okay, GB 20307. There, I got it. Now, these are already put in like you would for a wedding bouquet. They even have a little thing holding them together. Here's one thing that kind of helps you identify bouquets. Now they're wired like all other. However, the difference is that they have the sheath on them. Okay, so they have a protective sheath that kind of makes it look more real. And you can, what I usually do is try to cut around it a little bit and just pull it down, and then I can get to the wire. You want to be careful because it's easy to cut right through it. Okay, there we go. We'll do a regular bouquet kind soon, and I'll show you how you just use these. Oh, I didn't know there were 3 together. Oh, that's interesting. Thought they would be separate. Hard to say when you put these up. Scissors work better. Okay. I don't know if I can separate those. I may just have to use them as a cluster. Alright, I think I got these ready. Yes. One more. Okay. Here we go. I want to put, let's see how long I want it. Okay. I want to put this like this. Okay, see how I'm just kind of bending it up a little? And then like that. Okay. start to put some of the, oh, we're gonna have to cut some of these off. Let's see. Okay. So a couple inches. We have our long ones, so now we want to put in our shorter ones. Okay. So I'm not putting it in any particular order. I'm just going to kind of move them around. All right. Ooh, it's already looking pretty. Okay. These at the top. Ah, look how pretty that is. We'll put some pink in here as well, some of that lighter pink. Okay. Ah, how pretty is that? The hardest part of this is really just getting the greenery set. Once you have the greenery set, it's a lot easier to get the rest in. Okay. Alright. Right in here. There. Oh my God, how pretty is that? All right, so how many of y'all have made one of these? Have you ever made one? I'm gonna go and get a little bit more of this silver eucalyptus. Give me like 1 minute. Okay. So I'm going to save that to end, but what we're going to do is we're going to add in a little bit more to kind of fill in around this rose. But we're going to add in, let's see, some of this pink here. Okay. All right. You did? Awesome. Was it kind of like this? Or did you do this kind? So I will tell you, they have some at Hobby Lobby that are kind of sort of made up. You can take those and add stuff to zhuzh them up, and it kind of makes you save time. And although it really doesn't cost that much to make these, if you're using the fake flowers. She made yours and it was like 30 pounds? Oh, that's funny. Well, fresh flour's way more. Because, you know, you have to water down the little centerpiece. So, yeah, that makes a difference. All right. So I'm just gonna put like something here, right in there. Ah, look at that. Okay. Over here. That. Let's put one. Now let's put this. This one down in here. Okay. And then there, right there. All right, so we're doing a live again tomorrow night. Anything special y'all want to see? That we haven't covered yet? Oh, I love this. Supposedly, Tori's boyfriend, fiance, has the ring, and he's supposed to be, you know, asking the questions soon. I wish he would dang hurry. And then we can make all the stuff for her wedding, right? Okay, so we're gonna take these little ones and we're gonna start, youch, that's hot, filling in with some of the little ones. Okay, yeah, I got a full finger of that. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. All right. He needs to like get on the ball, or we might all have to go have a discussion with him. Okay. I'm gonna put a little in here. Lordy be. I think my glue is a little too hot. I'm gonna turn it down a little. Okay. Sometimes that glue pot takes like an extra long minute to. Yeah, we had, when I was at the hospital, we had someone come and they came and showed us how to make the, all the stuff out of the book pages. It was pretty amazing. Because at the hospital, you have to have a certain number of, like, arts and crafts for the rehab patients. So, we always had someone in. I did them a bunch. So we're going to fill this in down here a little bit better. Okay, there. See how that's looking better where the cascade is? Okay. Maybe just a little bit under here. Let's see. That looks like a long piece right there. Okay. I'm just going to fluffing up where the cascade is. So see how it makes it more of a point there. My boys are very into Harry Potter. They would think that's cool. Okay, that's what I'll put that way. Well. I want to put just a little something up here, and then we're going to be done. And it does not weigh 30 pounds. Okay. I want to put some of this up there. It is a little heavy, but it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. So what do we think? Do you like it? Isn't that pretty? This. I think I need something right in here. Does it have? Yes. Okay, good. It gets harder to see where that stuff is when you get in there, when you get a lot in it. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more. So now all I do is just kind of go around and see if there's any areas that need a little filling, like right around here. Can find the, there we go. Okay, there we go. See, what you could do, like if you did a craft fair, let's say you did a craft fair, so you would have all of the things that are going to make you stand out sitting up. So one of the things that you could have is something like this. Yeah, it looks good. I think I need a flower right here. We got one left. It was made for that spot. Yep. Okay. There we go. All right. So do you have any special requests for tomorrow? I have been thinking about doing some decorating some frames and some pictures and stuff like that. Kind of little simple quick things you can do to kind of fill up your shop and just, you know, generally have fun. So you have to tell me what you'd like to see. Lots of trash with this one. Woo, messy. There we go. And you know, you could do this with any theme, right? So if it was a fall wedding, you would just do fall flowers. If it was a summer wedding, so this would be kind of a summer wedding. But you can do, so you can see how, let me see. Whoops. So you can see how when you hold it in the front, how it has that cascade down the front. And then it just kind of is nice and even all the way around. Which is what you want with these. And you can see this is the holder. It's just a little glass holder. Not as messy as Susan. Yes, we can definitely do, that's what I was thinking too. Like, you know, like some pictures and things like that that you can decorate. So I'll pull out what I have and we'll do something like that tomorrow. Nana says it's beautiful. Thank you, Nana. Awesome. All right, y'all. Thanks for letting me put it off. I was slightly exhausted last week. So, but we'll do tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock. And we'll do some little, like decorate up some pictures and things like that. All right. Awesome. I hope y'all have a great night. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Same time. All right.